Hey, what's going on, everybody? Big Country here. Welcome back to Country Living and another episode of The Clone Show, sponsored by FastTech. Alright guys, this is an item that I've had in my possession for a while, and I've used it when I first got it, but I kind of just, I put it on the shelf, and I realized I haven't done a review on it yet, so we're going to go ahead and do it now. I will say one thing: this item here, when you get it, you need to do a really good cleaning, because I mean, I got the copper, the brass, and the black, and it's just a lot of just gunk and stuff inside the RDA, so you have to do a really good cleaning. I put it in the ultrasonic cleaner for about a dozen or so cycles to get it clean, where I felt like it was good. But yeah, just make sure you clean this thing very well before you use it. And today we're talking about the Aftermath Mechanical Mod Kit. Okay, this thing is $23.92 on FastTech.com. We open up the box, it does come in with this Aftermath, just plain and simple, with a nice little, as always, a FastTech hologram on it. And nothing else on the outside, just a plain black box. And you have in here a bag of goodies, a little screwdriver, an O-ring, or a bunch of O-rings actually, and a couple of extra post screws. Now I will tell you on the RDA is an Apocalypse Gen 2 atomizer, 24mm. The O-ring on the top cap for the airflow control was very stiff, so I had to replace it with one of the extra ones for one of the thinner ones, and now it works fine. But we'll go over through that here shortly. But let's just take a look at the mod. I can't get it out. Get out. There we go. This is the tube. On the top you just say Aftermath. It's a hybrid mechanical tube mod. 313 Detroit up in the house. And on the bottom your fire button says designed and made by Armageddon Manufacturing. Now this is only a 24mm in diameter, but it skins down right in through here to about a 22. The fire button just comes off almost a piece. That's it. It just comes off this bottom part. It's long, super long threading on this. Check this out. Still threading, super long threading. And the rest of this is just one big tube. It's solid copper, and it's got black paint on it. And the fire button here, it's a magnetic fire button. It does come apart. All you just press this up, and you just turn the contact pin counterclockwise, and it comes apart, and that's all there is. The fire button does have little slots here to work. It only go on one way, or two ways I guess, that way, and flip it around the other way. But it won't spin, it won't do anything. And you got a little insulator here for to separate the battery from the threading. But that's, I mean, it's a simple tube, very simple, very simple. Good conductivity from what I can tell so far from what I've gathered. Now let's look at the RDA. Now we'll pop the top cap off. Now this is the top. This is the O-ring that I had to change. I'm sorry, I got some scar hickeys around my nails right now, my fingers. But this is the O-ring that I had to change. It was super thick, and I just couldn't get it on and off here without being a pain in the ass. So I had to swap it down to a smaller one, just so I could, actually adjust this thing. If you look at the airflow here, it's got like a teardrop design. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. I remember when I first got this, like I said, I used it, and I liked being able to adjust the airflow down the way I like it. And of course, it's got this drip tip on it. It is Apocalypse style. It's not 810. It is proprietary, so you have to get Apocalypse style drip tips to fit that. And we're going to take the barrel off and push it off here. It's not too bad right now. It's not too stiff. I can get it off pretty easy. Then of course there's the Apocalypse logo. Round airflow. It's only dual coil, not single coil. I mean, if you wanted to, maybe you could do single coil, but I wouldn't worry about it, because you can't block off the other side. It's dual coil only. And it does have Apocalypse written right there on the side of the barrel as well. We're going to look at the build deck. A couple nice O-rings. You got the 510 pin here at the base. Now this doesn't protrude as much as I would like it to, but it does have peak insulator around it to prevent from the threading. So when you plug this onto the hybrid mod, make sure you have this plug screwed into the tube first before you enter in the battery. because it will be out a little far enough. If you put it in first, it'll be set into place to where it will be okay to go into your mod. But it's not as far as it should be for a freaking mod. You can't. It's not adjustable, because if you do adjust this, then right there will be perfect. Then you loosen the positive deck. We don't want that, so we're going to just knock this down to where it's just firm. See, that's about all you got. It needs to be protruding more to make me feel a little better about this thing, but it's fine. As long as you put this in first and it's flush, not cross-threaded or anything, you won't have any problems at all. Simple clamp style system here on 2 posts. You raise the screws up, and then you can put a coil on one side, on the outside and the inside, and the other side will be on the outside, the inside, the opposite side. So it is shared clamp style system. Looks like it should have a squonk pin, but it does not come with one. At least not in this version. Maybe another version it may. But let's go ahead and put a build in this thing. Coils that we're going to be using is just some simple dual fused Claptons, 26 by 36 stainless steel. Spun these up for this. This should come out to about a 0.1 build by the time we're done. So let's get into it. Alright, after what took entirely too long to put a build in this damn thing, here we go. Let's see what, right now where we're at on the ohms. Right now we're at 0.11, that's where it should probably wind up ending up, 0.11, 0.12 by the time we're done. So let's get it worked. Our nice glowing coils, being hot as they are showing a 0.13 right now, but it'll go down once it cools down. So we're going to give it a few minutes to cool down, then we'll put a wick in it and juice it up and vape on it and talk some more about it. So while it's cooling down, let me show you some specs on this thing. It is $23.39 on FastTech.com. Remember to use code COUNTRY5 at checkout to save an additional 5%. They do have color options. The one I have is the copper and black. They also have brass and brass tone and copper tone. The Apocalypse Gen 2 atomizer is copper construction, is a removable wide bore drip tip. Deep juice well airflow control is made in a teardrop configuration to give maximum customization. Dual gold-plated posts designed for coil build. Oversized bridge clamps. Positive post is insulated with a peak insulator. Gold-plated deck. No, not gold-plated deck here. 510 threading connection and 24mm overall diameter. Now the aftermath mechanical mod is copper construction with a magnetic fire button, 510 threading connection, and houses a single 18650 battery. Now it is 24mm in diameter and the height is 132mm. Alright, let's see. What are we going to use today? You know what, let's use some lava flow. I haven't used any of this. Well, you know I puffed the hell out of this for a while, but I haven't used any of the lava flow for a while. From the NACO 100. Good stuff. I've had this on my channel a couple of different times. I really like this stuff. Strawberry, pineapple, coconut. Lava flow 100. Apply some heat. Oh, turn that off. Fire mode, there we go. Apply some heat from the center out to start wicking these bad boys. Really, really good. Come on, baby. Put the drip tip and everything here together. Aftermath, see that goes like this. We'll put this on. I like my airflow If you know, you go wide open right like that. I like it all the way down to where the end of the teardrop is just right there. So it's about, I don't know, it's pretty restrictive. That's where I like it. Alright, so that there was the aftermath from FastTech with the Apocalypse Gen 2 RDA on top. Look at that. You hear that? Just a little bit of battery rattle on the inside. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. It doesn't fit flush. Has no adjustment battery rattle adjuster inside there. Should have a little spring loader one thing. Maybe if the 510 came down a little bit further in the RDA, then maybe that would also prevent the rattle. But as of right now, there is a little bit of rattle. But when you fire it, it solids everything up. I love that lava flow, man. That lava flow is great. So let's talk about what do I like about it. I mean, I like mix. I mean, it hits good. I feel like I'm not getting any loss when it comes to the power performance. The RDA I do kind of like. It's going to take some time to get used to, I think. Like I said, when I first got it, I really didn't like it, but I just kind of got into the back burner because a bunch of other stuff came out at the same time, and that's what I was more focusing on. And I think at the time, until I was still working in deals with FastTech to get a Crow show going, sponsorship, so I just kind of put this off, and then I started getting other things. Anyway, it got pushed to the back burner, but now I'm just getting caught up with the inventory that I have, because I am doing 2 shows a week now. The RDA does seem really good. I wish the clamp system was a little bigger, the post, because I don't like sharing. I don't like that big screw right down the center, because you can only get so big screws on so big coils on either side of them, so that kind of limits your build capabilities. Probably get a triple core in here pretty easily, but beyond that, it'd be pretty rough. But then again, why would you want anything bigger than that? So, but that I think pretty much it. The battery rattle's a pain in the ass. I don't like the tube. It's just too small for me. I get it though. I get why it goes down small like there in this region, so you can get that grip. And so when you go sliding, if your hands are sweaty or juicy or whatever, it won't slide up out of you. I get it, so you can keep the grip, but it's just too fucking small for me, man, for my big ass hands. But it hits like a boss. I mean, it hits really, really good, yo. I mean, I can't say anything bad about that part. But it's a tube mod. I mean, what do you expect? All you have is a tube and a fire button. The fire button's not getting warm at all. I mean, I've been hitting this thing quite a few times already. I don't have no warmth on the fire button. I don't have any warmth outside of normal usage going down the tube or the RDA. The RDA is actually cool considering the 0.1 build and how many times I've been hitting this thing so far. So far, it's pretty good. It's just performing well. Nothing majorly wrong with it, except I wish the 510 could protrude a little further, which will probably also prevent that battery rattle, battery wiggle. Yeah, $24, I guess, with change. Use code country5 at checkout to save an additional 5%. What would that be? $50, maybe $1 and some change. You know, I mean, hell, that's the savings. You get free shipping. So it did say that they will ship in one more day. So there should be a fresh stock of these coming in here very, very soon. So check it out. If you're interested in it, there will be a link in the description. I do thank you very much for watching. And so much for the support, man. You know, like I said, I say this all the time, that the support from you guys is what drives this channel and this series, and is what is got this series going. I mean, it's just all because of you. And again, just let me some suggestions of things you want in the upcoming shows. Mind you, that'll be about a month or two out before I can even get them on the show. But I will tell you right now, what's coming up, so you don't have to resuggest, is the Purge. You got Conserver. You got Sherman RTA. I got the Recoil coming. That new shit, Apocalypse. I think that's what it's called. Rapture. That's what it's called. Rapture. I have two other mechs, and I also got the Voopoo Drag on the way. FastTech is now. I want to do some parts to show off FastTech. They don't serve just clones. They also have authentic items, and they are authentic. If they say authentic, they're authentic. And I want to prove to you that they are. That they do offer a whole lot more than just clones. They offer authentic items, which are the prices, cheaper prices. But shipping, of course, is not going to be what you want it to be. But a couple weeks from China, I mean, it's China fucking shipping. So if you order from companies like that, then you already know, you've already accepted the fact shipping is going to take at least 2 weeks for the Chinaman to row his little rowboat across the ocean to get to New York. Then it goes wherever from there. So if you order from FastTech or 3F8 or anybody like that, you've already accepted that fact of waiting. So that cannot even be a bitch on your end. That can't be a gripe because you've accepted the fact. You know this already. I know the anticipation of getting vape mail it's pumped. It pumps you up and it hypes you. But when you place these orders, you already know. So just know anything else that comes up you want me to get on the show, be sure to put them in the comments below so I can check into it and get them as soon as I can. And I do thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the support. And until next video, just keep on vaping and living, baby.